At this point, phones are powerful enough. What really matters is whether the software gets out of your way. One UI 8.5 doesn't try to be exciting, it tries to be dependable. And that choice changes the entire experience. Welcome back to Tech Insights, and today we're looking at One UI 8.5 from a fresh lens: comfort over excitement. This update isn't chasing trends or flashy visuals. Instead, it focuses on something far more important: making your phone feel easier to use. The longer you own it, One UI 8.5 feels like a software update designed for real life, not demos. The first thing you start noticing is how calm everything feels. Gestures respond consistently, animations don't rush, and transitions don't overshoot. Nothing feels dramatic, and that's the point. When the UI behaves the same way every time, your brain relaxes, the phone stops feeling like a machine you're fighting and starts feeling like a tool that understands you. Daily navigation feels more stable, moving between home screens feels controlled, opening folders feels deliberate, and returning to the home screen feels grounded. There's less unnecessary motion and fewer tiny interruptions that break focus over long usage. This stability makes a bigger difference than raw speed ever could. Notifications and quick settings also benefit from this refinement. Pulling them down repeatedly feels predictable instead of inconsistent. Toggles react cleanly, and visual transitions feel smoother across the system. Light mode and dark mode changes feel unified rather than stitched together, giving the interface a more polished identity. Widgets now behave like true system elements. Instead of add-ons, expanding them feels smoother, collapsing them feels natural, and the layout adapts intelligently around them. Instead of pushing content awkwardly, the interface flows as one layer. It's subtle, but it makes the phone feel more modern and intentional. Multitasking is where One UI 8.5 quietly shines. Apps remain active longer, reload less often, and switching between them feels less disruptive. The system doesn't feel aggressive or jumpy. It feels prepared. This improves productivity and reduces frustration, especially for users who constantly switch between apps. Customization has always been One UI's identity, and One UI 8.5 makes it feel more balanced. You can personalize layouts, folders, and system elements without immediately sacrificing smoothness. The software feels more tolerant of user freedom, which is essential for long-term satisfaction. Camera behavior also feels more refined. Opening the camera is smoother. Switching modes feels less abrupt, and exiting back to the home screen feels controlled. These small improvements matter because they affect moments you can't repeat. One UI 8.5 reduces friction when speed actually matters. This update isn't perfect. You may still notice occasional stutters, especially during heavy multitasking or deep customization. But what's changed is how often those moments happen and how much they interrupt you. Consistency has improved, and consistency is what builds trust in software. What defines One UI 8.5 is maturity. Samsung didn't try to impress power users or reviewers. They focused on making the experience less noisy and more reliable. The UI steps back and lets you focus on what you're doing instead of how the phone behaves. This feels like a foundational update, one that prepares the system for bigger changes ahead. It's not a finish line, it's a reset, a reminder that refinement matters just as much as innovation. So if you're waiting for a dramatic redesign, this update won't deliver that. But if you care about comfort, reliability, and long-term usability, One UI 8.5 quietly improves your everyday experience, and sometimes that's the most valuable upgrade of all.